2015, I was setting off on a very lovely holiday with my mum and my daughter. Unfortunately, when we got there within 3 hours, my mum was in a coma where she stayed for a month in Mallorca. She came back to the UK. She was left with vascular dementia. I think she was a vivacious, intelligent, funny, clever woman. Now her world's really small. I got to 2018, effectively. I've become morbidly obese. I was lost. I felt restricted. I felt trapped. And I felt really sad and unhealthy. I was on holiday, lying on a sun lounger and feeling like I couldn't get involved with the children properly. I got massive body confidence issues. I was covering myself up. I felt awful. I felt unhealthy, felt unfit. I definitely lost myself. I wasn't trying new things. I didn't know who I was anymore. I think I was grieving. I'd lost the mum that I had, but she hadn't actually passed away. But I don't have a relationship with the person that she's become. I'd been on a walk with a friend. My friend is very fit and healthy, and I had a rucksack on and I wore this shirt and I struggled to do that walk. She had to help me with Ewan, who'd fallen in the brambles because I couldn't get to him because I was physically unfit. And then by the end of the walk, I'd actually split my shirt. So I'd basically ripped in the armpits where I was rucksack because the shirt was too tight for my expanding body at that point. During the walk, Lisa had talked to me at length about a program that she'd been on, a nutrition and wellbeing program that had made her feel amazing, and she'd sort of spiked my interest because it wasn't a diet, it was just about making tweaks to your lifestyle, and it all just seemed to be possible. So she gave me Emma Wilson's details, and then when I was on holiday in Sardinia, as I said, lying on a sun lounger, I decided to send an email to Emma. Emma's reply made me feel so welcome and everything that, yeah, I joined her program then, literally within about 10 days of that, and I've not looked back. I'm still part of that program 3.5 years later. The first time I went to an exercise class, I cried for 45 minutes. I think for so many reasons. Obviously the endorphins had kicked in and I wasn't used to those. But also I think I cried because I found it so hard, and I was really cross with myself that I found it so hard. But I also cried for the fact, the relief that I'd actually been to an exercise class I'd been dreaming about for so long. I've spent my life with body confidence issues, absolutely imagining stupid things. For example, I believe that I didn't have the right to drive a BMW because I was too fat for it, or I couldn't go wakeboarding because why would I be allowed to wear a wetsuit, or even if I got there one, I'd fit in one. I hadn't had a go in a go-kart because I didn't think I could fit in it. I didn't go on a zip wire because I thought I'd pull the zip wire down. All of these mental limiting belief barriers were there, and it stopped me doing. I grieve for so many things I didn't do in my 20s because I thought I was too fat to do them, and it's ridiculous. During 2019, literally I was pushing boundaries. I was unleashing myself. I was coming out of my fat suits that mentally had restricted me so much. Within 6 months, I had a skiing lesson, which I thought was unobtainable to me. Probably within 9 months, I'd had a wakeboarding lesson and got into a wetsuit. Within 12 months, I'd run a park run, which I'd always wanted to do and felt I couldn't. I got styled for Cheshire Life. By October 19, we trekked 50 kilometres across the Sahara, but part of that getting to that point was we did a training program, I suppose, and we climbed Snowdon. I'm not like a skinny Malinkian, nor will I ever be, but I know I'm thriving. I feel the happiest and the healthiest I've ever felt, and that's down to how I fuel myself and how I'm moving, and obviously the mindset that Emma's helped shift my perspective, I suppose. I feel I can take on the world, and I feel like no challenge needs ever be beyond me, that I can work at it and I can I can step outside my comfort zone. God, it makes me fearful, and yeah, I get all of the panic attack, anxiety type stuff when you're taking yourself outside your comfort zone. But I don't feel like it's impossible now, whereas everything felt like it wasn't possible before. I'm really impassioned by the fact that if you find something good, you shout about it. I think it's really important that you give a smile to somebody, no matter what. That you give a compliment, not expecting anything back. It's just you're giving a compliment to make somebody else feel good. I want to show everybody through the End Project movement is that we can all make tiny steps forward. Because I do think that we all have something in us that will help us feel like we're breathing life into our lives. Now I've discovered joy, I want people to be aware that they deserve to breathe life into their lives, and that you only have one life and it's really, really precious. But I don't want to be selfish with this joy. I want other people to experience the joy. I've not got any, agenda or anything. I just want it to be fun. And the fact that people have already started to trust and believe in it, that want to join in the fun, it's exhilarating, and just to have, I suppose, a few people that already feel enriched by some of the things we've done and may go on to do more stuff or follow a pattern or something because they've tried something through the End Project movement is what more could we all ask for? That's joyful in itself. I think the End Project movement is about, I suppose, paying it forward, and all moving forward, and experiencing joy, experiencing fun, experiencing connection, as well as that fire that you can feel from life.